Hey there, besties. Let's go ahead and talk about this story here. A couple of you have already brought it up to me, and I'm going to try to get this done without showing the video. There's no need for me to show the video. I'm sure you've seen it. I've seen it. I heard about the story originally and said I was going to wait until body cam came out because you just never know. You just never know. Okay. So shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. Their caption reads, Ohio Police Department released body cam footage of the moment a pregnant woman was SHOT'd and deleted after Kroger employees accused her of stealing alcohol. As we previously reported, Takaya Young was SHOT'd by an officer through the window of her car in the Kroger parking lot. Her unborn daughter did not survive. Police Chief John Belford spoke out about the incident and claims Young and several other people were stealing from the store before the SHOTING took place. 2 officers happened to be in the parking lot already because they were helping someone who was having car troubles, but then an employee allegedly ran out of the store and told them that they seen Young stealing from the store and pointed to her as she was getting in her car. Officers approached her car, and that's when the devastating moment took place. According to CNN, the officer who was seen on the driver's side of the car has returned back to work, but the officer that let off the SHOT is still under investigation. Okay. So allegedly, this woman on the screen went into Kroger with her 2 kids while she was pregnant, allegedly, and was stealing alcohol with a bunch of different people. The bunch of different people got away. They ran. Obviously, I guess with 2 kids and being pregnant probably slowed you down a little bit. Allegedly. She got into a car, allegedly, that did not have license plates. And, that's kind of a big red flag right there. The employees came out and said, hey, this was going on. And they went over there. The one officer next to the door said, get your ass out, get your ass out. And she wasn't getting out. And then the other officer went to the front. His weapon was drawn. And then the car started moving forward towards him. Did it go quickly? I don't think the car lunged quickly, but it was definitely moving in the direction of said officer. Okay. So here's my thought, and I know it's going to be a lot of people that ain't going to like it, as per usual. First of all, rest in peace to this girl and that baby. Let me first start off with that. I wanted to tell you from the gate, save the victim blaming for your mama. Okay? This is not victim blaming. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean anyone is victim blaming. Let me tell you something. Y'all Negroes, you coloreds, keep running off at the mouth with the daggone police, and then you get surprised at the results that you get. You don't comply. You don't do what they ask. You don't just show the ID. She could have easily gotten up out of the car. She could have gotten a fine. That ass wasn't going to jail. That would have been that. That would have been that. You Negroes just think that you can pop off at the mouth anywhere, anytime with anybody, and you think you're going to trot out racism any old time. Now, I'm not saying that that's what they're going to say here, but the odds are if they're both white, that's what's going to happen. It's racist, it's racist, it's racist. This foolishness with the black people do no wrong is got to go. When did black people become perfect? When are black people absolved? Oh, because over 500 years ago there was slavery, so every black person today should get away with anything that they want to, regardless of what it is, no matter who it's done to, just because they black. Y'all wasn't here for no damn slavery. Not near person listening to this daggone video was here for no daggone slavery. So y'all need to stop that. Y'all need to stop this. You don't even care. We supposed to care about y'all, but y'all don't even care that you put the rest of us in danger with this stupid ass narrative that everything is racism and that black people don't do shit wrong. Now, who's going to be the Charlemagne? Well, what about what white people do? But what about what white people do? Here's the problem with that. Okay. This is the same thing that the divestors say. What do black people own? What do black people own? What are they in charge of? You got daggone mayors in all these cities, and their cities are absolute effing trash. They black. and they don't want to acknowledge it. They don't want to do anything about it. They don't want to stop the bleeding. They do not want to rile any black people up, because I guess they're going to call them racist as well. Why are all the cities run by black people trash ass cities? Why is that? And why is no one outraged at that? But they get so outraged as soon as a white police officer does something to a black person. But all the deletions that happen every daggone night and weekend, specifically in the summertime, in all these black run cities, and nobody ain't got nothing to say about that. Where the outrage? Where the BLM? Where's all the news people? Where are the blogs? Where is everyone saying anything? Nobody's saying anything about that. Come on the news, move to the next day. Come on the news and move to the next day. Unless it's something just crazy outrageous like what happened in the hot dog stand out in Chicago. A lot of black people are so ass damn backwards. This story right here, let me get back to this story right daggone here. You have 2 kids and one along the way. Is that not a reason to do what needs to be done in order to get your ass home so that you could be a part of all 3 of those kids' lives? I'm trying to understand, what the heck is it that matters enough to black people that they need to just go ahead and comply, follow directions, and carry that ass home? I know what you're going to say, but what about this one? What about that one? What about this one? What about that one? Okay, what about those? What about those? I'm sorry that y'all don't have parents who taught y'all right between wrong and what makes sense and what doesn't, and give you a sense of when you fight and when you don't. Why are you going to fight over alcohol, over anything so minimal, that you're going to not comply to the daggone police when all you had to do is get your ass out the car? Especially if the kids was there, because allegedly the kids was there. The one kid that was in her stomach was there. That's for daggone sure. She didn't value that. That wasn't important to her. You didn't. If the narrative is the police are the oppressor, they're racist, they don't care about black people, all they want to do is take us out, then why give them the opportunity and the option? Black people be giving them the space, the grace, and the opportunity to do exactly this over and over and over and over again. And then once, God forbid, something happens to somebody, then here come all the excuses. You carry your ass home, you make sure you get your ass home, and then you fight thereafter. You don't sit there and you try to fight them then and there. Based off of what plenty of people say, that tactic does not work. And yet that tactic keeps getting used over and over again to the detriment of the person using the tactic. Y'all keep comparing it, like these comments are saying, to the mass shooter, this shooter, that shooter, this shooter. That y'all keep comparing that all you want to. The story continues to remain the same. But the part that people never want to discuss and they don't want to bring out is the fact that she was not complying. She was arguing with the daggone man. She was in a car that didn't have no license plate, so the odds are it could have been stolen, allegedly. And she had kids in the car, allegedly. For alcohol, hell, you supposed to be drinking? Oh yeah, so since Krishan allegedly smokes wacky tacky Mary Jane, then it's okay for us to go ahead and drink or take the Mary Jane as well. I'm just using that as an example. We have all these bad examples of adulthood. That gets glorified. But when someone says, what you need to do is go ahead and comply so that you can go home to fight and see another day, that's just crazy talk. That's crazy. That's what doesn't make sense. This backward ass thinking is out of control, and this is why there's no support, and that's why I don't give a damn. I ain't got time. I got to do what I got to do to live for me and mine. Just because y'all don't care about you and yours, I'm not supposed to give up what I care about and what makes what's a part of my life, because y'all don't have the sense that God gave you. The goal is to go home every day. The goal is to grow old. Y'all think that living until 23, 22 is what makes sense. Y'all think that leaving 5, 6, 7, 8 kids with no father, no one to take care of them, no life insurance, nothing to give them except for burden and debt. Y'all think that that's normal. Y'all think that it's normal to allow your kids to be out here all hours of the night, do whatever the hell it is that they want, no matter who they are at any time, and then turn around and try to defend them when they do bad behavior, do things that don't make sense, do things that are against the law, but then you got this high ass standard for the daggone oppressor. The people that you call the oppressor, the people that you call when you need something, the people that they waiting on to solve the daggone case down in Brooklyn, Maryland. Yeah, I know they've arrested a couple of more people, but there's so many more people involved with that. And you're trying to tell me that community don't know nothing? They know nothing. They know nothing. If you ever heard the expression cut off your nose to spite the face, cut off your nose to spite your face, that is what the community does over and over and over and over. Which is why people will come through and say the dumbass comments that they say about the things that I discuss and try to blame and shame me because I might be in a different tax bracket. So the F what? You trying to tell me that there's no lessons learned in any of these videos based off of the things that I'm saying? Or are you so damn triggered because you know it freaking applies to you? Is that what's going on? You think that I should feel bad because I'm in a different tax bracket? I haven't always been in this tax bracket, but I'll be damned if I'm going to be upset or ashamed about that. I'm not bragging about it either. But what we not going to do is sit up here and glorify ratchet, ghetto, po-ass, degenerate behavior and then sit up here and act like because someone is successful, there's something wrong with them. Take that ass backwardness some the F place else. Instead of pocket watching all these other daggone people, pocket watch your damn self. Try to find out what someone has going on so that you can learn something, but that would just be crazy talk, right? Why go ahead and try to learn something so that you could better your situation? It's better to have someone just give it to you. Just give it to me because I'm me. That's just not how life works. And if you do get something from someone for the free, that means that you owe them and you're going to have to pay up one day or another. So y'all think that this young lady and her 2.5 kids was living some wonderful life while while she is allegedly stealing alcohol and trying to drive off in a car with no license plate. But we just going to ignore all that while not complying to the officers. And that's the most important part. They alerted the police because of the stealing. The problem is the fact that she did not comply and tried to drive off. There's actually people in these comments sitting up here talking about, well, you could have shot the tires. What? Talking about, oh, he was ready. Okay, well, if we know that they're ready, then why give them the fuel? Why give them the fuel? Where was the concern for the unborn child? I'm talking about for the mother. So y'all now going to tell us that the police officer knew that she was pregnant. Not that it should matter. It shouldn't matter. It should matter to her. Let me do what I need to do so I can get home, so I can get home to my kids, so I can take my kids home, and so I can protect me, my kids, and my unborn child. That's not victim blaming. That is the damn truth. Y'all want to sit up here and continue to try to act like black people don't do no wrong to the detriment of black people instead of going ahead and saying, listen, we got to do better. Especially if there's an issue with the police, especially if the police are said oppressors. Y'all playing right into their hands if that's the case. And then you turn around and you want them to come and help you out while you turn around and we'll call them the oppressor 15 minutes later. And you think they're supposed to put their life on the line for y'all? And you think that don't affect all black people in some way, shape, or form? But y'all don't care about other black people. You just care about yourselves. But somehow, some way, we supposed to care about y'all. You see this backward ass thinking? We ain't got no time for that. We don't want to be a part of that. I don't feel bad for my successes, and neither should anyone else. As long as you out here doing what you got to do legally, you working hard. Instead of sitting around waiting for someone to give you something for the free. I'm tired of these stories. I'm tired of this crap happening over and over and over again. I'm tired of people acting like they do nothing wrong. I'm tired of the victimhood mentality. If there's a lot of what ifs on the police's side, then it's the same amount of what ifs on this young lady's side. Because she knew she had 2.5 kids. She knew she was pregnant, and she knew that she needed to be there for her kids. This is not like Trayvon Martin or Tamir Rice. This is not like that. This is an adult This is a whole ass adult. I don't know what the heck it is that y'all think you about to see up in here around here about going into 2024. Y'all want to keep playing this dumb game? Continue to play it. I'm out. I'm out of it. Anyway, that's it. That's all. If you made it this far, I do appreciate you. Subscribe, like, and comment. I'll see you on the next one.